bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful.
Metropolis, Illinois is a popular tourist destination. It is the home of the Super Museum, which has over 20,000 items relating to Superman. It also hosts a 15-foot-tall, 2-ton Superman statue funded by engraved bricks purchased by citizens of Metropolis. It is also the home of Big John.
We're here today in Metropolis, Illinois. We're going to be talking to Rob Ficker, who's the manager at the Big John here, and he's going to pan over to him and he's going to tell us a little bit about the history of Big John and give us some anecdotes.
Okay, so I've been here with the store 16 years. Big John here behind me is probably the biggest staple in this town is Superman, who's right up the road. Big John came to town in 1986 when we changed from Bill's Market to Big John, and ever since he's been one of the travelers through's favorite places to stop. We get a lot of people taking pictures here. I dare say maybe as many as that take as many pictures of Superman weekends. Big John's went through a facelift recently, but to give you some prior history, in 1986 he used to wear blue jeans and a red shirt, and a high school prank in the mid to late 80s was to draw male genitalia on Big John. And so we had to put an apron covering that because it's just not family friendly. So that was his first makeover. And then around 5 years ago, his right arm, the one that's waving now, it fell off. Luckily no one was injured, but he was definitely armless for a good year before we got him fixed. And then as we got him fixed, you can see he's waving to everyone that comes into town, kind of greeting them. Because like I said, we have a lot of little festivals and things, and people come here, I feel like, just to get pictures with him. So that's pretty neat. I actually dressed up as him. It was on Halloween one year. Got a lot of love with that. I wore red lipstick because, I don't know if you can tell, his lips are really red, but his old lips were really, really red. So it was kind of confusing for people why I had that on, but I was like, just go look at him. He's got that. So there's a little bit of mystique behind Big John. He's definitely a fan favorite for people to travel through. And if you come through this way, come say hi to me. I'm Rob. We got a friendly crew here to tell you all you want to know about it.
Great, thanks very much, Rob. We're heading in to have some lunch with you.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
In 1960, Bob Martin and Frank Bailey formed a partnership and began opening Big John supermarkets in small southern Illinois towns, eventually branching out to Kentucky and Tennessee. They named their stores after the popular Jimmy Dean hit Big Bad John, a song about a quiet coal miner who drifted into town, measuring 6 feet 6 inches tall and weighing 245 pounds, who sacrifices himself to save 20 of his colleagues. The song resonated in communities where dangerous coal mining work was their economic bread and butter, and in a time when the gruff men whose muscles bulged beneath their work shirts after months of hard labor were worshipped as heroes. Fiberglass figures were being used as marketing tools by many businesses in the early to mid-1960s, and Martin and Bailey commissioned the General Sign Company of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, to create Big Johns to stand in front of their properties. There were roughly 25 Big Johns made, with the first ones shipping out in 1967. The story goes that when the Big Bad John song came on at one of these stores, shoppers would rush to whatever aisle was announced on the loudspeaker for a special deal. Martin and Bailey got into the convenience store gas station business in the 1970s. The company, which is owned by Martin and Bailey's sons, operates 120 Hucks, so named for Mark Twain's fictional Huckleberry Finn character, throughout Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, Kentucky, and Tennessee. In March of 2001, the Martin and Bailey families sold the company to their employees. The Metropolis and El Dorado Big John stores are still run under independent ownership, both owned by men who had previously worked for Martin and Bailey. The Big John stores use John's brawny image on much of their in-house and out-of-house marketing materials. The El Dorado co-owner shared Big John's birthday offer poster with us, a free birthday dinner from the deli, thanks to Big John. In Carmi, Illinois, a pristine Big John stands in front of the Little Giant grocery store. Carmi, the original home of Big John Store's corporate offices, placed a dozen or so Big Johns in storage as the company was downsizing. The owner of the Little Giant grocery store saw this as an opportunity and purchased a Big John statue for his store. Shortly after, a tornado ripped through Carmi, destroying all of the remaining Big Johns. In a TV interview with 44 News, the Little Giant owner, Ron Kingery, said that he has had many offers to sell his Big John, but said that he never would. His 7 grandchildren's names are now proudly displayed on Big John's full-length apron. The Christman Sculpture Park is a yard full of oddities, located in a quiet residential neighborhood in St. Louis. Adjacent to the sculpture park is the building which houses the Christman Studio and Joe's Cafe on the lower level. On Thursday nights, music permeates the air and guests can walk through the sculpture park and see the odd pieces up close. Big John's pants are in front of the cafe, and the rest of his torso is in the center of the collection, and this Big John holds an enormous milk bottle in his left hand. Bill Christman is an artist known for his giant turtles scattered around St. Louis. In addition to Joe's Cafe, his other eatery, Beatnik Bob's, is located within the City Museum and features an eclectic collection of 50s memorabilia. Muffler Man Art would like to thank the Big John stores in Metropolis and El Dorado for their hospitality and for sharing their Big John stories with us.
We're back at the Big John here.
Something I forgot to add while speaking with y'all. Big John used to be a big geocache spot, and it used to be hidden right under here, under his left or his right foot. I caught some people out here looking suspicious one night, and after they left, I came out here and saw what it was, and that's what it ended up being. So I thought that was pretty neat. I wanted to add that to what we'd already talked about.
Very cool. Thank you.